So this will be a long voiceover. You can see I got the Kutzall shaping disc there. Just kind of cleaning up the seat part of the backbreaker eagle planter chair seat thing. I definitely should have a guard using this Kutzall shaping disc on the grinder. I don't suggest wearing gloves if the disc hits the glove when you're wearing it. If it's cloth, excuse me, it will snap your fingers, maybe do some more damage. So I suggest if you're going to use that disc like that, use those thick smooth leather gloves. That's what I suggest because they'll act like a layer of skin, and the disc should just bounce off the leather and scuff it up a bit. I've been hit with these discs. This is the silver one, but I've been hit with the extreme one, the black one with the big spikes on it. Yeah, and it ripped the skin, that's for sure. So most of this video is just, well, I was kind of gung-ho. That's why I filmed, but I didn't do any talking just because I knew there was a lot to do. And this piece is so low to the ground, it's not pleasurable for me to do. I did a lot of years of my life roofing, I worked in a steel shop building modular bridges for a good 8 years. But um, lots of my life was roofing, and I got a bad lower back, so that's why. I don't even know why I carved this chair. It was Buddy gave that me. I bought some wood off Buddy. He brought me a trailer load, and he put this piece in. And he just says, "Oh, I just threw this in there for you. You can have it." There's an owl piece I cut out a couple weeks ago. Somebody wants to buy it, so I got to finish that too. Here's the back side of it. And when I'm filming outside, I don't get the best lighting, so sorry for that in advance. So the chair is smooth enough for me. That's the seat. And there's my old beehive. That's the flower planter. And I repeat on lots of my other videos that rubber spray Flex Seal works great for the flower planters. It's just me showing the piece, I guess. I didn't want to do too much on the back. And here I am again with the shaping disc. For the very beginners that don't have a lot of experience with tools, that's a grinder. I think that's just like I bought that from Walmart, that grinder. It's been working pretty good. But those shaping discs have a huge kickback. You gotta be so careful when you're using that. I should have the handle on it actually on the grinder itself too, but I don't. So don't be a Geordie. Have your guard on your grinder and use your handle. You know, the handle that sticks off the grinder. You'll have better control with it. That handle usually gets in my. Excuse me, my mouth is all pretty dry. Um, I don't know. The handle usually kind of gets in the way. Here I've sped it up now, so you guys don't get bored. Like I said, this whole thing, it's basically all carved. This whole base thing is basically sanding. And a piece like this, the more that you sand it and make everything smooth, the better it's going to look. I did till I thought it was good enough, and I didn't really want to put any more time into it. But I'll tell you one thing right now, I put a lot more time into this piece than I wanted to put in this piece, but I'm happy with the outcome, that's for sure. Here I am just trying this. It looks like a tractor. Like if you sit the other way, you know, if there was a seat there and like a steering wheel, and there's a wheel on the front underneath the front left part. That's what it reminds me. But it feels pretty comfortable sitting there. That's the object of the piece, I guess. I was saying to just carved Rob, too bad I should have carved it into a killer whale, like breaching out of the water. Using that shaping disc more, just there's some carving fusion, editing art. Using that, when you sit down, you can feel the bumps, so I'm just kind of carving out those bumps. Yep, that's what I'm doing, and I'm doing it here too. So this is a ready rod with a washer and a nut on each side of it. That's their sanding belts. It's cut up, so it's just like the mini ones I do. This DeWalt grinder is the fastest, cheapest spinning drill I could find. It spins a lot faster than it looks like on this video. I have been wearing my dust mask a lot more when I'm doing chainsaw carving. Even when I'm using my chainsaw, I try to wear my dust now. So there I went over it again. And there it is. So I suggest everybody to wear their masks. Now this, when you use those belt sanders, cut them up and drill a hole through there, then you put it through the ready rod. Um, I don't suggest to use cheap ones because they don't last that long. This one was one that I bought at a estate sale. I bought a whole box of them actually, but I gave most of them to the farmer. He's got big belt sanders. But this one, like, this is the best sandpaper I've ever used. It's lasted this whole carving, and it hasn't even hasn't even gone halfway through it. When you get the real cheap belt sanders, they like the sandpaper, they'll even bust off your thing because it's spinning so fast. I think it's what kind does Home Depot sell? The Diablo? They're red or blue, I think. Those ones work pretty good. Like you get the 3-inch ones and you cut them in half. So you get two, you get a pack of six. I don't know. But those are the belt sanders that I'm talking about. Just slice them up and put them on the ready rod. Lots of sanding here. And you got to realize when you do those cuts, see that cut on the right where I'm sanding under? You know, the deeper that you do those kind of cuts, the it's friggin' a lot more work because you got to sand under there too, right? See how that's a nice smooth lip there? Now that's just marks in the wood, but it always messes with my eyes. You think it's like a mark from your chainsaw or the grinder or something? Missed you. And here I am showing off, like lying down. Fat man lying down, just doing some sanding. But this part coming up here, I could have edited it out, but I kept her in. Fat man trying to get up. Look, I can't even get up. I got to rock my leg to get up. Oh, look at that. Look at that belly. That Skull Skates t-shirt, that's like, I've had that shirt for like 10 years and it just goes on, and it's a Vancouver skateboarding company, the Skull Skates. I don't really ride skateboards, but I think skateboarding is cool. I was actually I think I was the first kid in my town to have that. Remember when we were younger, they had the little skinny banana plastic skateboards, like the one that looked like banana. Well, I was the first one to have a big wooden one. Anyways, this is abalone shell. What I did is I got a piece of cardboard. I traced the cardboard to fit inside the eye. Then I kept on cutting it so it fit perfect. Now I transferred that onto the abalone shell with a jiffy marker. Now it's harder because I'm lucky I had a piece like that, but you can see it's bended, it's round, right? So that's fitting. Excuse me, fitting the fitting it in there when it's round. It's like trial and error. Keep on doing it over and over and over. Like I got to carve deeper inside the corners of the eyes so the round will fit in there. You see? So just cutting a little bit, trying it, cutting a little bit, trying it over and over and over. I think I speed it up here. So you can see there I'm digging. You can't see fire the cameraman, but you can see I dug into the corner there to make it so it's round inside there too, so the abalone shell will fit. Excuse me. Like I said, my mouth is pretty dry right now. Digging deep into that corner too. For my wood spirits too, I'm starting to dig. Like, see how that's rounded looks in there. The more that you dig into the corners and carve it deeper, the rounder you can make your eyeball look. I carved a couple wood spirits today. My chainsaw carving tent. Lady messaged me and asked me for a windy day wood spirit. I'm like, yep, no problem. So that's what I did today. I carved one, and it was kind of early when I finished it. I didn't film, but then I carved like another one. I like the old school wizard cap, so it's kind of like a cloth. Doesn't have the big brim on it. It's like like the old Santa. Oh, he has like a cloth hat. It kind of comes down past his ears. But you can see there the abalone shells almost fit in good enough there. Got a little bit more cutting to do, and I think it will be good this time. So that's pretty good fit. Well, a little bit more to do. So I probably did that like, 10 or 15 times, 10 times, I'd say. It's when you want to slow down and take your time. And when you're cutting that abalone shell, it's like a shellfish. Make sure you wear a dust mask because, well, it's not good for your lungs. I ordered this one online like a few years ago. The price has gone way up, so I'm lucky I at least had that piece. There it is with the shell in there. I think it looks pretty cool. I like it. Some of you might not like it. It's not like a realistic looking eagle, but you can definitely see it's an eagle. Here I show how round it is. You know, you could buy smaller pieces that are flat. You can buy like ones that are already pre-cut on um, eBay or Amazon, like little round pieces or whatever. Yeah, I like that. It looks aggressive to me. I think eagles should. It's more like like a thunder chicken, like a thunderbird than an eagle. To tell you the truth, but I think eagles look cooler when they look like they're pissed off, and that's just my opinion. This will be the second video on this. I guess I'll have to make a playlist. Here's some just carving fusion stuff. I could have done better jobs on the head feathers where it meets the wing, but I just really don't care. Just don't care. And Flex Seal. This is the stuff that they use in gutters and whatever, but it's spray rubber, and that's what I use in my flower pots. As you can see there, I didn't even clean it up that good. By the time said and done, I will have given this piece, like that flower potter, I'll probably give it about 3 coats to know it's going to last for years to come. Yeah, I have a drain hole in there. Yes, the water will run down the drain hole. You can put a piece of copper down there if you want, but I don't know. Cedar rots really slow, and there was those were drain holes I showed in the seat because it sits lower for your fat bum to sit. If you have a fat bum, maybe you got a skinny bum. I don't know, but you can see the drain holes there. There's one. I'm just going by it, and I speed this up too. Just burning it to get a different texture in the chair, and I'm burning underneath. The farmer suggested. I said, "What should I do underneath? I got to clean up all that bullshit." He says, "Screw it, just burn it. Nobody's ever going to be looking back there anyways." So I says, "You're here. I agree. This is Scotch Brite on the sanding mandrel, just like the sanding paper. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean up the black char off the seat." You know, when you burn it, you go for the show Susie band effect look thing. I know I repeat. I don't care. Repeat, repeat. You cannot do it with sandpaper because you will sand your grain lines away, and you'll have wasted your time to do the show Susie Band. If you want to Google it, it's an old Japanese tradition they used to do to burn their houses. They used to burn the outsides of their houses, and it would preserve the wood. I think it would basically, when you burn the wood, I think it closes the pores or something like that. Because wood is basically microscopic little straws inside there. And I think when you burn it, it closes the ends of the straw so stuff can't get in. There's some more magic. How do I do that? Out of coffee. Time to go home. Pretty well got the owl done. Yep, I like it. Silly little owl. Little fluffer owl. Little fluffer. Lots of sanding on this piece, man. Ton and ladies and whatever you want to be. Tons and tons of sanding. Hello. Hi there. Um, I'm not too sure. This whole video is not going to be a voiceover because I finished it off the next day and I talked because I had more time. And I think on this near the end of this video, I put an oil finish on it. It's that Bear Oil Protective Oil. I bought it at Home Depot. It's called Bear, like Beaer or something, or Bear, and it's oil protective stuff that I use. But I think that's the end of this voiceover. Hallelujah. Love the Lord. Thank you.
So it's officially now the next morning. I want to spray this with that oil today, but it's a little bit windy out. And I've noticed on the back piece when I was doing some editing on this last night that there's a few dents in there that I just didn't like. But on the video they were there, but they're not really here now. Hard to explain. This, I put this over top of it when it's really hot. This is, I don't know if you guys around the world have leaky condos, but this is like mesh stuff that they put over the leaky condos when they're doing the big renovation for the windows and stuff like that. So this helps stop getting direct sunlight on the piece, just to put this over it. And it still lets wind get in there and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna wait till this wind slows down some to do any oil spraying on this. Let's get I'm gonna have to do the voiceover tonight. Camera off the overhead, but it's pretty well done. I thought I would have to come and do some more sanding. Like I saw, like it looked like there was a big dent here that I didn't like, but not really. It's good enough for me. Yeah, it was weird. I looked at them like, why the hell is that dent in there like that? And there's no dent here I don't like. Anyways, optical illusions. And I gotta put a oil finish on this owl that I finished yesterday too. This is what I'm gonna use later, is this spray gun. It's just a plug-in one. It's cheap from Amazon. I don't know what the name of it is. ATTICH. Attic. I don't know what it's called. But I don't know what I should do. Maybe I was thinking draw on some start carving this, because it's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's nice, the wind's blowing. Pull this out, the treehouse, pull it out more and start carving in the branches and stuff. I think I'm gonna do that. I don't really want to do too much small carvings, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know, maybe I'll see. What should I do? What should I do? I kind of don't know what to do, so guess I'll try moving this log out there more. It's still heavy. so I can get all around it now. Obviously that's called a PV, what I was using. Yeah, it dents the wood, but I'm going to cut up in there anyways. So I think I'm going to draw it on a bit and start cutting. So I got some stuff drawn on here, but I think I've changed my mind. I'm not going to carve that today. I'm just not feeling it. I don't have the right motion going for that. So anyways, that's kibosh today. See how this these flowers are doing awesome in this. You guys remember when I hauled that out and made it a planter? This is the old beehive, but I sprayed that rubber in there, and I'm telling you one thing right now, the plants sure love it a lot better when you spray it with rubber in there. Then they don't have to absorb all the wood. Cedar's poisonous for plants anyways, and I have no clue how they can sell so much cedar planters. But yeah, I don't know what to do. I got these big Douglas cedar cut-off slabs in here. Maybe I'm thinking about carving out a face, burning it, and sanding it. Something I just don't freaking know. I don't know. Anyways, I brought the owl out here. I think I'm going to set up that big Douglas fir and carve a silhouette of a face. Then burn it and sand it and stuff like that. It's a pretty heavy piece of wood. Douglas fir is a lot harder than cedar. So maybe I should go live on YouTube. Okay, so I got the oil in the air gun. I got to put my mask on. And let's spray these down. That's an owl, I don't know if I said, but that's an owl I finished the other day too. It's not so windy anymore, that's why I can do it. All right, gotta fill up the oil container. I'll finish this off and I'll be back. Alrighty then. So, gonna see sometimes some little air bubbles. Let's get a paintbrush, and I can see here where the water pools too, where the water will pool. So I'm just getting rid of lots of that. Don't want to put it on too thick, but I do like it thicker because then, well, I just put it on thick. The bubbles should pop themselves. Now I hope it doesn't get too windy and bring a lot of shit in here. And I really shouldn't have oiled inside that eye. I'll have to dry that out because I still got to glue the abalone shell in there. But look at that now. Oh boy. Yep, this stuff will dry. And look down here, you can see the quilting in the cedar. See that? I don't know if you can. Well, that's not really much, but like down here. Very good. It looks a lot more golden on camera than it actually does in real life. Looks kind of orange down there, but that's just the camera doing the stuff, doing its thing. So that's it, everybody. There is the eagle. Oh, there's some spots I missed, and that's why it's good to have a brush. Like under here, see that? You know, you're gonna come back in tomorrow or whenever, and you're gonna see dry spots. So I'll probably give this good two or three coats. Yeah, it looks a lot more orangish on video. And the end grain, look how much it sucked it in. And another thing too, when I'm doing the carvings outside, I always want to make sure there's a way for the water to get down, not stuck there. So you don't get water pools. Glad I burnt that seat. Yeah, I'm happy. Very good. I come back tomorrow, hopefully it doesn't get too windy and a bunch of shit all over here. Most of this will be flat. Anyways, everybody, that's it. The back breaker is done. Thank God. Thank the Lord. Lord, I thank you.